So this is my calorie calculator, and this is the tool that I use with my clients in order to determine their daily calorie intake as well as their daily macronutrient goals, which is the number of grams of protein, carbs and fats that they should eat per day in order to achieve their desired body composition goal. And the calorie calculator features as part of my Project Lean program, which is a 12-week long fat loss program, but it is also available for free through my website. And I'll put a link in the comment section below which you can click on to get immediate access to it, so you can use it for yourself in order to determine your daily calorie and macronutrient requirements. And I've decided to make this video to give you a demonstration of how to use it and to make it a lot easier and clearer to understand. So I'm going to set this up for fat loss and using myself as an example. So first of all, I come over to this side. Gender is selected from this drop down list here. Height in centimeters, weight in kilos, age, and then current activity levels. And current activity levels are described below here. So you just choose the one that's most relevant to you, and goal as well as fat loss, but there's also the options of muscle gain and maintenance. So this will roughly calculate your BMR. And your BMR is your basal metabolic rate, and that is the total number of calories that your body requires per day in order to maintain its current weight. Now the top number here, your BMR by itself, assumes that you do zero activity, so this number actually we don't need to worry about. The number below takes activity into account. So this number here is a reflection of your maintenance calories, so the total number of calories that you need to eat per day in order to maintain your current body weight, and if you do so, the scales shouldn't change at all. Now fat loss requires that you eat in a calorie deficit, which means that you need to be eating at less than 100% of your BMR. Down here, I put fat loss is going to be somewhere between 75 to 100%. So a great place to start with is around 80 to 85%. For most people, that should be plenty. And this calculates a daily calorie goal here in this yellow box. So this is where you would start. So this will be the number of calories that you eat per day, and if you do that, you will start to lose body fat. Okay. So now moving on, we're going to look at macronutrients. So the first one we'll look at is protein, and how many grams of protein per kilo body weight do we want to start with. So down below I've put determining optimal protein intake, and you've got some ranges there to be starting with. Let's say I'm going to start with just 2 grams per kilo, and that comes out with 28% of my total calories are going to come from protein, which equates to 206 grams. Carbohydrates, which are determined often by activity levels, I've put down here. So how many, so what percentage of my calories should come from carbs, and let's just say it's 40%, and that's 296 grams per day. And then the remaining calories are going to come from fat. So that means that 32% of my calories are going to come from fat there, which is 105 grams. So this number here must equal 100. As you will see, there are some things that will change this, which then means that these numbers here need to be altered in order to make sure that everything all adds up. So if you're going to enter this into MyFitnessPal and you're using the basic version, you might need to round these up or down to the nearest 5%, which will change the actual quantities in grams of the macronutrients, but that's absolutely fine. This, once you've done it, is just a great place to start with. So if you've got a good starting point, you can then adjust this according to results. So if this works and you start to lose body fat and you feel great, then you don't need to make any adjustments. But if you find that you're not getting the results you require, or you're really struggling to stick to your calorie goal, then you may find that you need to make some adjustments. So that's what we're going to talk about now. So, for example, I might find that I'm really struggling with hunger and appetite. So I might need to increase my protein intake to help manage that. So if I bump that up to just 2.2 grams per kilo, and you can see straight away now this has gone above 100, so I need to make a cut somewhere else. So I want to keep carbohydrates the same because that's going to be based on my activity levels, and activity hasn't changed. So I need to take that down by 3%, so take that down to 29, and then I take it from there. Maybe my calories are too high. I'm not losing body fat at the rate I would like. So maybe it's because I'm working at too high a percentage of BMR, so I can maybe take that down to 80. Or maybe it's because I have set my activity levels higher than they actually are. Maybe I've overestimated how active I actually am, and actually I'm more at a moderate level there. And that will also bring down the daily calorie goal. And what's very important to realize that when this number is changed, this number here will change, which means that the percentages here need to be altered. So I need to now take that down by 5. So if I take it down to 24%, and that will change there. So anytime this number changes, you will need to adjust the percentages here, which will adjust the macronutrient quantities. And that's basically how you use it. So like I said, in the comment section below is a link for you to download this and use it at your leisure. If you have any questions, please let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But I hope you find this quite a useful video, and I hope you can get a lot from the calorie calculator, and best of luck with your fat loss goal.